Hey you guys, it's me SpongeBob #1 fan 2003 here, and as you can see I'm here with this super adorable SpongeBob book, and this one is called Musical Treasury Bedtime Stories, and I just got this book for Christmas of 2022, and this is honestly the most cutest SpongeBob book that I think I have ever seen. I mean, oh my gosh, it is so adorable. Okay, so as you can see on the front cover, there is adorable little SpongeBob tucked in his bed, and then there are some pictures right here from fairy tales, SpongeBob fairy tales, which is super adorable. And it looks kind of dreamy right here, because obviously these are part of SpongeBob's dreams right here, which is so adorable. And here is the spine with little SpongeBob, and this was made by PI Kits. And here is the back, and I know that it is a bit yellow. That's because this book is old and used, and it has a really cute picture of SpongeBob in bed. Oh my gosh, that is so cute! And then there's Gary, and as you can see, they both have books, like, you know, SpongeBob's sleeping, but his book is like on his back, and Gary's reading books right here. And okay, and this book is recommended for children ages 18 months and up, and PI Kids stuff, and then AG13 batteries and stuff are in here as well. And this does actually work, but I don't want to play this song because I don't want to get it copyrighted or anything. So, but yeah, it kind of plays like a cute little tune of it. And this book was made in the year 2007, as you can kind of see here. And I'm pretty sure it also says it up here. Maybe not, actually. I think it just says it down here. Yeah. And this book was illustrated by Zena Saunders, like just on the front cover, right here and here. That was illustrated by Zena Saunders, but all of the pictures inside of it, like the main pages, were illustrated by Harry Moore. And then there's that adorable picture of SpongeBob tucked in his bed. And there's PI Kids right here again, Musical Treasury Bedtime Stories. And then this right here is a little music box, so you'd press this little yellow button right here, and it will play the theme song, and it does work super well. But I don't want to play it in the video because I don't want to get, you know, copyrighted or anything. But it is so sweet. It's such a sweet little song to listen to, since, you know, it's like more calming for bedtime. So you'd obviously press the button right now to listen to the theme song and sing it, but I'm not going to do that here. So there's little SpongeBob. He's walking home from work. He looks a little bit depressed. I don't know why, but he kind of does. He actually looks kind of tired, actually. Sorry. So SpongeBob's coming home from a long day of work at the Krusty Krab, and he brushes his teeth and gets into his pajamas and is now in bed. And he wants to read some bedtime stories, so he has a book called Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and he wants to read 2 or 3 or 4, that is if he can stay awake long enough. So he reads, I think, about maybe 4 stories, and then he goes to sleep, and now he is dreaming of the fairy tales he read. So first there's Goldie Sponge and the 3 Crabs, which is pretty obvious, like a parody of Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. So there's a little cozy cottage, and there's a mom crab, a dad crab, and their little baby son crab, and they're all having toast with jellyfish jelly on them for their breakfast, but apparently their jelly is way too, I guess, thick. So they go out for a walk while their jelly thins a little bit. And then a very nosy little visitor arrives, and he's really hungry, and his name is Goldie Sponge, and that's obviously Goldilocks, kind of. And these right here are supposed to be the 3 bears, but they're crabs. So, man, look at those Shirley Temple curls that he has. And that little hat and bow tie, that's so cute. But yeah, he wants to eat the bread with the jellyfish jelly. So he takes a bite of the father crab's toast, but it's way too sticky and gross. And then he tries the mom's toast, but it's way too thin and runny. And then he tastes the baby's bread with the jelly, and he thinks that it's just right. So he eats every crumb. He eats every last crumb. And he wants to now sit down on a chair, but the dad's chair is way too hard. The mom's chair is way too soft, and the baby's chair is not too hard or too soft. So he sits on it, but it breaks. And now his little bottom is sore from the fall, and he is going to rest, and he sleeps in the baby. Wait, no, sorry. He tries to sleep in the dad's bed, but it's too hard. Mom bed, too soft. Baby bed, nice and cozy. So, the crabs notice that their house is very, very weird, and like now, and they can tell that they had a unexpected visitor, and they see him in their baby's bed, and they literally kick him out, and now he's running away, and they obviously never want to see him again. And SpongeBob is still asleep in bed. And now Rumpelstilt Sponge is the next story SpongeBob dreams of. And Rumpelstilt's skin is the real name of this fairy tale. So Rumpelstilt Sponge is a parody of that fairy tale. So Squidward has to make a lot of Krabby Patties, and he feels so sorry for himself. And then in the kitchen, he sees a little sponge, whose name is unknown currently. And he has like really bushy eyebrows and a little goatee or whatever, and he decides to make the patties. But he wants Squidward's clarinet in return. So he makes all the patties, and after he makes all the patties, he demands his payment, I guess, whatever. And Squidward actually has to guess the sponge's name. So there's like a lot of guesses: Sponge Drew, Sponge Bert, Christoph Sponge, Sponge Ald, and then he says Rumpelstilt Sponge. And then it's actually right, but the little sponge whines, and he stomps out of the kitchen, and apparently he stubs his toe. Ow! So he leaves behind Squidward's clarinet, and now Squidward is happy to have his clarinet and a lot of Krabby Patties. And SpongeBob is still asleep in bed, and Gary is now reading a book. Okay. And now the next fairy tale, Sponge, Jack, and the Kelpstalk, and that's pretty obvious, and it's obviously based off of Jack and the Beanstalk. I mean, literally, everyone knows that fairy tale. So I think Mr. Krabs and Sponge Jack are poor, and Mr. Krabs gives Sponge Jack a crisp dollar bill to get more buns, more Krabby Patty buns, but Sponge Jack blows the money on one single little bean. And he literally, like, Mr. Krabs throws the bean out of SpongeBob's hand. I mean, Sponge Jack. And apparently it grows into this huge kelpstalk. And Sponge Jack decides to climb up it. See where it leads to. And apparently it leads to this big, huge ghost ship. And obviously it's very spooky, and Sponge Jack, being the clever fellow that he was, decides to take the Flying Dutchman's sock. Yeah, he's on the Flying Dutchman's ship, and he takes his sock, his dining sock, and then he goes on the Kelpstalk, and he gives Sponge Jack gives Mr. Krabs the Flying Dutchman's sock. And yeah. And SpongeBob is still asleep. Oh, okay. And then, I think this is the last one. Squidward's New Clothes, which is a parody of, I think, Emperor's New Clothes. So, apparently it's a big night for Squidward. And he's going to go to a concert to hear the famous clarinet concert by Wolfgang Amadeus Tentacles, and this guy promises Squidward that he's going to make him a new suit, Um, but as you can see, Squidward is literally in nothing but his boxers, and the suit looks very, very nice on Squidward. And as you can see, the fish is like, ha 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 ha. It's really funny. So Squidward says that the suit is divine, and he's going to go to the concert. But obviously, he's in his birthday suit, except for his underwear. So everyone's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And one wee lad, SpongeBob, asks Squidward why isn't he wearing any clothes. And Squidward realizes the horrible truth. He is wearing nothing, again, but his boxers. And the scheming man has all of Squidward's money, and Squidward is looking for him, but he can't find that really, really nasty man. And as you can see, SpongeBob is still asleep. Alright, and now all the stories are done, and SpongeBob is nice and cuddled up in bed, and he's sleeping really deeply. And that is all for the story. And oh my gosh, isn't SpongeBob so cute right here? Oh my gosh. And as you can see, Gary's still reading more fairy tales, and that is so, so, so sweet. I mean, oh my goodness, that is adorable. That is so cute. I really love that last picture. So SpongeBob is happily sleeping, and that is just so, so, so adorable. Okay, and that is actually pretty much all for this super adorable SpongeBob Bedtime Stories book. I think this is honestly the perfect book to read before bed. My favorite part about it is the fact that it has all of these classic good old fairy tales in it, but they're SpongeBob, like they're SpongeBob parodied, and I love it. I mean, seriously though, this is so cute, but that face right there is so funny. And the pictures are so bright and colorful, and it's a very, very good quality book. And the little song that plays in it, the SpongeBob theme song, is so adorable as well. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So goodbye everybody, have a great day, and peace out.